Hello everyone and welcome back to this 100% walkthrough of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So today we are going to be doing the Ice Cavern. Now it is a little bit out of order from what you might expect, but it actually works out easier and quicker to do the Ice Cavern and then Water Temple before you do the Fire Temple. Just because getting the long shot earlier is a lot more helpful at getting one of the gold skulltulas that is hidden in the Fire Temple. But there we have heart piece number 25. So from here we're going to be heading back across these little ice platforms. If you jump in the water, don't worry about it, it's easy enough to get out, but it's just easier if you can stay on the platforms. Just avoid the Octoks or kill them if you so choose, it really doesn't matter. Although they can make it challenging to jump across the platforms. And here we are at the Ice Cavern. So we're going to head inside now. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to get in the Ice Cavern is the dungeon map. This will make it easier to locate and find our way around this cavern, basically. So, first thing that we're coming across here is the Freezards. So, okay, first of all, you don't want to be hit by that. So you can rapid spin these guys, or you can basically just do what I did there. If they freeze you, it will only take a minute for you to become unfrozen, so don't worry about that. Feel free to use Din's Fire. As you guys saw there, they just dropped some magic, but you actually have to kill all these guys before the door opens. So I'm just going to drop Din's Fire here real quick. There we are, it's probably the best way to do it really. So yeah, just head through to the next room. Now you'll notice that there's some rupees in these ice there. So much like with King's Aura, you can melt that red ice, but you need blue fire. And there's plenty of blue fire. So in this room, what you have to do is you have to collect all of the silver rupees. So we're going to collect a few here. So we have 3 so far. And some of the pots will try and attack you as well. So yeah, you basically just want to get all of the silver rupees that you can. And if we turn to the left here, jump off there. There's one. Now I believe that one of the rupees is hidden there. And there's a gold skulltula just above us as well, if you can see that. So keep out of distance of the spinning thing. And basically, here is skulltula number 55. Okay, so now that we have the skulltula and the door is open, we're going to go ahead and go through the door. Just opposite where we've got the skulltula, we're just going to climb back up these steps. And we're going to go through to this room. One thing I would say is make sure you have some empty bottles. Feel free to discard any bugs that you may have, as you can get them later, so don't really worry too much about that. And I think I just glitched through that there, but never mind. So this is the map room. So what we're going to do is we're going to head up here. Now these bats, it's a good thing that that happens, so I can show you. If they hit you, you will freeze. So it's probably best to try and neutralize these bats as quickly as possible, just because they will get in the way and they can be quite a nuisance. Hit them with your bow or hook shot, or whichever you find preferable. I am just going to try and get rid of these guys real quick. There we are. So these guys, the Freezards, hook shot them so you can reach them quicker and dispatch them with your sword. So there's one over there that we can't quite reach, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump across to this platform, and you'll notice a blue fire there. I'm going to jump across again, and Navi will tell you a little bit about the blue fire, saying that it doesn't seem natural. And she's quite right, it's not really natural. So what I'm going to do now actually is I'm going to dispose of my bugs, and indeed the pink fairy as well. Well, actually, I may not get rid of the pink fairy, but I am going to get rid of my bugs. I know where to get plenty of bugs, so I'm not really too concerned about that. So I'm going to catch 2 sets of blue fire. There's plenty other places that you can get blue fire later in the dungeon, guys. It's perfectly possible to do this with one bottle if you need to or if you want to, so don't really worry about that. Lots of places to get blue fire. Now I know what you're thinking, why did I pay for blue fire in a previous episode? Well, that was basically for convenience because I didn't want to come to this area quite just yet. So, going to try and kill that Freezard. Didn't really go too well there. So, what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to just get towards it, jump slash, and I think if... There we are. Okay, good stuff, yeah. So, now that we've taken that down, I'm going to head up this area and we're going to get the map for the ice cavern. Now this isn't an actual dungeon, we just like to point that out. It's just a little like side area. It's not really a Zelda dungeon, so you won't get anything by means of medallions for it, but you will get iron boots. But there we have the map. Sorry, the next item that we're going to get is the compass. Okay, so I'm going to head back to the blue fire area now and collect some more. Like I say, you don't have to do this, so if you do fall down and you don't really want to get back up, feel free not to, but I just find it easier to get some more blue fire now. There's nothing more to do within this room, so we are now going to climb back to the main room, just up through here, and just get back through this room. I'm not making it look very easy, but it really is. Here we are. Okay, so now we're back in the spinning room. So there is a few areas you can go to. I'm going to melt this blue fire here. Melt the red ice, sorry, with the blue fire. And I'm going to head through this room. I'm going to cut these and continue through into this room here. Okay, so my apologies, I've actually taken the wrong turn. We do need to be in that room, but not quite just yet. There's actually some other stuff in a different room that I want to get to first of all. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop some blue fire on this one. And we're going to be heading back there in just a moment, but that's why you want as much blue fire as you can get. So there we are, we're going to go through here. And here we are. There is more blue fire here. These bats, they will freeze you eventually, but I'm going to catch 2 sets of blue fire again. Now, you can hear a skulltula in this room. There's also a heart piece you can get, so we'll probably start with that. So in this one here, I'm just going to drop the blue fire onto the red ice. And that is heart piece 26. Great stuff. So let's see if we can find that skulltula. Ah, there it is, straight up there. So we're just going to get that. And that is also skulltula number 56. Okay, great stuff, great stuff. So what we're going to do now is we are going to collect some more blue fire, because we're now going to get the compass. So the compass, if you've just spotted it there maybe, is in this little chest here. But before I do that, I'm going to get rid of these bats if I can. Hopefully before they fly around. Great stuff. So, I'm going to drop some more fire on this ice. You don't really need the map and compass, especially if you're following this guide. Oh, I'm going to get the arrows as well. But, you know, it's always good to have. Nice, okay, so the compass is ours. Okay, so now that we have the compass, the heart piece and the skulltula, we're going to head back to the other room. Before I do, just going to get some more blue fire, just in case. There is another spot you can get more blue fire if you need it. But for now, we're just going to head back to the other room with the door that we already melted. And there's a little bit of a block puzzle to do. Yeah, I'm not really too concerned about getting hit by those things, to be totally honest. So, Let me think. I think it was through this door here. Yes, this looks right. So we're going to head back through here. Can be easy to get lost in the ice cavern, and even more so in the water temple. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of these bats, because they're super annoying. I'm also going to just unequip my blue fire. Nice, there's one. Just want to get rid of all these bats before I show you guys how to do this block puzzle. Let's see. Nice, there's another one, and there's one more. Great stuff. So, as you can see, there's a skulltula on the wall there, so I'm just going to hit it with a hook shot. Don't want to waste my arrows. Nice. And skulltula 57? 56 or 57? 57 is ours. Okay, I do apologise. I forgot to upgrade the skulltula counter for a second there, but that's okay. Problem solved. So, the block puzzle, how to do this. Well, the first one that we're going to get, or at least the first two we're going to get, is up here. We're going to climb up here, and we're going to get this one. So I'm just going to backflip off of there. Good stuff. And I'm going to push. So I'm going to get down, and we're going to push the block towards this area. I'm then going to climb on top of it, and I'm going to equip some blue fire. Now, there is more blue fire. If you need some more, there is more just to the left in a little alcove area. So we're going to melt this fire. Now, I do realise that I'm doing things like very out of order from what you guys might be used to, but I just find it the best way because, like I say, I like getting the long shot early. Anyway, that's pretty much all we can do with that block for now, so I'm going to push that over the edge. But don't worry, it's still going to come back. So I'm going to get this next one. And we're just going to climb up again. And that's the next one. So again, I'm just going to backflip off of there. And the next silver rupee, I can get that one as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this block over there. Great stuff. And we're going to climb up here. Now, obviously, the way that things were intended were we were supposed to get blue fire from the ice cavern and then free the Zora. Oh, I didn't actually mean to jump across there, but if you want to do that, cool. Yeah, we were meant to do it that way, but I didn't want to, so we're going to get rid of that. Okay, cool. So, how to do this block puzzle? Okay, so how to do the block puzzle? Well, there is two ways of doing this. There's the half-hearted way of doing it, which I actually prefer, but I'm going to show you guys the proper way of doing it, because the way I normally do it, it requires you to kind of jump up to the ledge, which is the way I prefer, since I always did that when I was a kid, but I'm going to show you guys how to do this the proper way. The way I do it leaves you a little bit short, which means you have to jump, but I don't really mind that much. Anyway, just follow along with what I'm doing here, and yeah, that's how you do it the proper way. That's how you meant to do it anyway. The way I do it is, it kind of leaves it a little bit short, so you have to jump across, but, you know, as long as the job gets done. Anyway, I'm just going to hook shot this guy and finish him off quickly. And there's another one here, hopefully I can get through him. Nice. So we're going to melt this. I think I have one more blue fire left, I'm not too sure. But we're at the end of the ice cavern now anyway. So we're going to go through this door. And we're going to fight a white wolf. So what I'm going to do? Well, I'm going to use the big Goron sword, because what's the point of getting a kick-ass sword if you're not going to use it? And I think he's stuck. Okay, I thought he was glitched there. So I'm going to wait for him to attack me. You want to avoid his attacks and then jump slash him. And one hit with the big Goron sword, because it is so OP. And a chest appears, but what could be inside, I wonder? Well, let's find out. First of all, I'm going to get those arrows. Arrows are expensive, so picking up any you can is always a good idea. Nice. And here we have the iron boots. So heavy you can't run, so heavy you can't float. Great stuff. And here we have Sheik again. And this is where we're going to learn the minuet. No, what is it called? The Serenade of Water? Okay, so Sheik will basically tell you that she tried to free some of the Zoras, and she managed to free Princess Ruto from under the ice, who then headed for the Water Temple. And yeah, obviously the monster, the boss of the Water Temple, is creating this ice. Which doesn't really make a lot of sense because the boss of the Water Temple lives in water, not ice, so... Also, spoilers guys, the ice doesn't ever melt, so yeah. It's a bit of a shame, like it would have been nice if Zora's Domain returned to the way it was, but I guess due to constraints of coding and stuff at the time maybe, or just the technology of developing at the time, for whatever reason, they didn't unfree Zora's Domain. Can't really blame them, they still made a kick-ass game, but it would have been nice if Zora's Domain had, you know, become unfrozen. It would have felt like a good reward for the hell that you have to go through in the Water Temple. But it's worth mentioning that I'm not going to be doing the Water Temple today, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Might have a little bit of a mop up, get a few skulltulas that we have currently missed, as well as the song, the warp song for the Temple of Time. Yeah, definitely something I probably want to do. So now we have the iron boots. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into this water here, going to equip the iron boots. I'm also going to equip the Zora tunic because I have it. If you guys have followed along, you should have it as well. And we're going to head through this door here, and that's going to take us out of the ice cavern. Just a quick way to get back to the main room. Put on your boots again, and yeah, good stuff. I'm going to leave the blue tunic on because we're going to be doing the the Water Temple next, which, you know, obviously I'll need it. Well, to be totally honest, I probably won't really need it, but I'm gonna have it anyway. But there is a heart piece to get, so what we can do is we are going to equip the iron boots once I jump in the water anyway. And for some reason I nearly totally forgot about this heart piece. I don't know how I managed to forget about it. I was pretty much just about to head back to the Temple of Time, but there's a heart piece down here that we can get. So you have to sink all the way to the bottom and roll some more. And there we have heart piece 27. Okay, so what now? Well, we are going to equip the Kokiri boots again and just float back to the surface. I'm also going to be swimming towards the exit to Zora's Domain as well. There is another another gold skulltula that we need to get. So we're going to get that once we reach the top, and it's actually inside Zora's Domain. So here we are. So I'm now going to head back towards Zora's Domain and get another skulltula before we head back to the Temple of Time. Once we get back to the Temple of Time, I'm probably going to become Child Link once again because I want some more magic beans. And yeah, just have a general mop up, especially as adult Link as well. So I believe that right now it's nighttime. It has to be nighttime in order for the skulltula to appear. So Let's see if we can just get that real quick. Yeah, that's right. Skulltula 58 is ours. Okay, great stuff, guys. Great stuff. So I'm going to catch up with you guys at the Temple of Time now. Because we're going to be turning back into a child so I can get some magic beans so that we can get some more cool stuff before we head onto the water temple. So I'll catch up with you guys when you get back there. Okay, so now that we're back at the Temple of Time, we are going to be confronted once again by Sheik, who's going to teach us the Prelude of Light. Yes, I did. Now, I'm wondering if I should do the bottom of the well next, or should I do the water temple? I may do the bottom of the well next, after we do a wrap-up of some of the skulltulas and things that I've missed so far. And we're going to be getting another heart piece before the end of today's video anyway. So I might as well just do the water temple first. Oh, sorry about that. Nice. So this song will allow you to warp back to the Temple of Time at any point. And it is worth mentioning that the warp songs work if you're a kid as well. So that's really handy. In fact, it's necessary for certain parts of this game. Specifically the desert area. But basically now, if you put the Master Sword back into its pedestal, we will return to being a child, which is what I want to do. So we're just going to do that now. Because I'm going to get some more magic beans. Going to get 2 sets of magic beans. That will allow me to get another skulltula and another heart piece. So here we are back at the Temple of Time as Child Link. So the first place we're going to go is back to Zora's River. Just at the starting area. I'll catch up with you guys when you get there. And we're going to buy 2 sets of magic beans. Okay, so here we are at Zora's River. I've already gone ahead and bought at least 1 magic bean, but I'm going to buy another one. And I believe that the most they go for is 50 rupees. So I'm just going to buy another one to be safe. I can't think of, right just now, I can't think of when you would need some more. But what we're going to do now is we're going to plant 1 magic bean on this spot here. And this is going to help us get a gold skulltula later. So our next area that we're going to is, we're going to Death Mountain Crater. And we're actually going to an area that has been currently inaccessible to us. So we're going to pull out our Ocarina. And it was down a, right down. And that is the Bolero of Fire. And we're going to access this area. Warp to Death Mountain Crater, absolutely. Great stuff. So, we can't stay here for long and we can't get into the fire temple. Feel free to have a look around, but do try not to die. We're going to plant a magic bean there. And that was pretty much all I wanted to do as Child Link. So, well, for the time being, we're going to walk back to the Temple of Time now and turn back into an adult. Because these magic beans will have grown to full size by the time we become an adult. Which is really what we want. Great stuff. So, what you need to do now is go become an adult. Just through here. And we're going to turn back into an adult. Now this is where we're going to get another heart piece and another gold skulltula token. And we should be able to complete the heart container with 28 heart pieces. And there we are, back in the Temple of Time. So the first thing we're going to do is equip the Ocarina. And we're going to play Bolero of Fire again. And it's going to take us back to Death Mountain Crater. Now I'm actually going to equip the red Goron suit this time. So we're going to put on the Goron suit here, just so we can take the heat. And we're going to jump on here. And if we can, just time it right, there is the next heart container as well. So that's heart piece number 28. So while we're here, it's entirely possible to do the fire temple. But we're not going to do that. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to get another 2 gold skulltulas that I've currently missed. So we're going to play the Minuet of Forest. There we are. In the 3DS version, the songs are visible on the screen, but in this game, you have to rely a little bit more on memory. So here we are, and it's nighttime as well. If you get here and it's not nighttime, just play the sun song. There's a skulltula here that I actually missed. So this guy, we're gonna have to deal with this guy again. So just make your way towards him. You can use bomb chews if you want. And I totally messed that up. So I might just have to use bomb chews here. Let's try that again. Just try and get round him. There we are. And I'm just going to finish him off. Great stuff. 2 hits with the big Goron sword. I actually didn't realise I still had it equipped. Good stuff. Oh, there's these moblin guys as well. Oh, never mind. Did I get him? What is going on here? There we are, got him. Nice. Okay, so we're actually going to head up these ladders. And put my sword away. Great stuff. So, there's a skulltula around here. I can't remember exactly where. Ah, there it is. So, pull out this and hook shot. And that's skulltula number 59. Okay, so the next skulltula, we want to be at Zora's River. Now the quickest way to get to Zora's River from here is actually to use the warp. So you can head back this way. It will take you back to the Lost Woods. And from here you can make your way back through the Lost Woods until you find the warp diving area. Let's just see if we can find that. Okay, it's not that one. I was meant to use magic beans there, actually. I totally forgot about that one for the second time. So we're going to have to get that eventually. Basically, there's a skulltula through there that I've forgotten to get for the second time. But I think I'll just get it if I do a final mop up. So I'll head through here. Great stuff, great stuff. And what you want to do now is basically just let the current take you back to the start of Zora's River, or at least as much as it can do. Because you're adult Link, you can pretty much just run through this part now. I'm not really too worried about getting hit. Yeah, you'll notice that as a child, you were forced to swim through this bit. But it's the quickest and most direct way to the start of Zora's River. Here we are. So, okay, so we're going to use this magic bean. And we're going to fly across. I actually messed this up once already, which is why it's now daytime. And we're going to use the sun song. to make it nighttime. There we are. So, there is a gold skulltula around here. Somewhere. Ah, there he is. I knew he was around here somewhere. So we're going to jump across there, and there's a little hole there. I believe there's pink fairies in there. But yeah. Skulltula number 60 is ours. And that's pretty much it for today, guys. Next time, we are going to be doing the dreaded water temple. I just want to thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Leave any comments if you have any, and I will see you guys at the water temple. Take care.